Hey everybody, I just launched my first blog that I've written for quite a while, and somebody told me that some of you would want to listen instead of read. So here is the video recording of the blog that's posted. Somewhere in the world there's a darkness only you can heal. To do it, you have to face your own. This past fall, my family fell prey to COVID. My husband got a bad case of it, really bad. One of the things I teach in my courses and workshops is that fear isn't a given. We can overcome it and live free of it, because at its core, fear is always a spiritual attack. You may be feeling confused. Wasn't this supposed to be about shame? Yeah, it is. Let me explain. While my husband was sick, I got scared, petrified. It was overwhelming and persistent. The loss of sleep, can't eat, can't think straight kind. I felt absolutely powerless over it. And I used to feel that way all the time. But I hadn't experienced it for years at that level. This was a heavy-duty relapse for me. And I felt ashamed. There it is. Long after COVID was over and we had moved on with life, the shame continued. I never said anything out loud, but the thoughts... You're a hypocrite, Noelle. You teach clients they don't have to live with fear, but you weren't able to pull it off. Your book is coming out teaching this concept. You shouldn't launch it if you can't fully live it. I finally shared those thoughts with a friend. Her response summed up. She said, I believe God allowed it because you went to a new level in warfare over fear. You are meant to help women heal, and now you know how to do that on a deeper level than you did before. You know those moments when God hits you with something you already knew, but in that moment it lights up inside of you? This was one of those moments, and as soon as I heard her say the words, a thought clicked. What if shame about something is just a signpost that God is working to heal an area? See, I believe that the enemy has an understanding of how God is moving. I believe that the enemy has an idea of what you were put on the planet to do and to be. I also believe that when we are moving toward or living in that place, he gets angry about it and he attacks. And I believe his favorite weapon is shame. What if we began to recognize shame for the lie it is, but when we felt it, we simply rejoice knowing that God is setting us free of something and the enemy is trying to keep it from happening. Because he can't win unless we believe his lies. If we buy into what the shame is saying, we're toast. In that moment, I realized that if Satan could successfully keep me focused on the shame of failure, he could keep me from moving forward in my purpose. And I don't mean to be dramatic, but if Satan keeps a whole bunch of us from realizing who we were meant to be, I consider that to be catastrophic. So yes, I got scared, horrified, petrified, terrified, and frozen. But I walked through it with Jesus by my side, even when I didn't feel him. And what the enemy meant for evil will be used for good, because now I'm that much savvier when it comes to fighting fear. And shame, I refuse to play. So can you.